yo. Yo, 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 yo. All right, what's going on, y'all? LYNX Live. It's your boy, Dame LYNX. I'm your host, Dame LYNX. Remember, love yourself, no exceptions. All right, we're going to get into some RealiTEA. Let me make sure, okay. I had to make sure the levels was good. I'm real paranoid about the sound today because I was having some sound issues before I got on. So let me just chill out. The levels sound, we good, we in there. Okay. Yo, anyway, we'll get into some RealiTEA. A lot of tea going on, a lot of headlines. First up, prayers up for Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X was arrested last week after being spotted out somewhere in LA on a popular street, I think Ventura Boulevard. Let me look at my notes. Anyway, somewhere in LA, he was walking down the street rapping Nicki Minaj in his underwear and cowboy boots. I said underwears. My best friend says underwears. He was released today on, I think, about $75K in bail. He was charged with some felony counts of aggravated assault to a police officer. So I don't know. Anyway, prayers up for Lil Nas X. You know, a lot of people out there judging my little bro. He just got a little bad dope. He'll be all right. The funny thing about that situation is that earlier that day, maybe like even the day before, I had just started wondering, like, where Lil Nas X at? Because, you know, he was supposed to be dropping. He was one of the drops I was looking for. And then that night, he started doing all these, like, weird posts on his Instagram. And I thought, oh, okay, he's doing a new era. And then the next day, he was arrested for walking down the street in his drawers. So I don't know. Either way, Lil Nas X, he did release a statement saying he gonna be all right. And I know he gonna be all right. And a lot of y'all have done worse. Me and my friends, if there was footage from back in the day, well, I don't know if we did that. Anyway, prayers up for Lil Nas X. You're gonna be all right. Our other girl, Big Leo Glorilla, you know, she got arrested as well. Apparently, she called in a robbery of her home, and when the police got there, they searched the house and they found a bunch of weed. And weed isn't fully legal in Georgia. It's only legal up to like a certain amount. And apparently she had way more than that, but she's out too. She also just recently celebrated her birthday. Yo Gotti brought her a brand new Cadillac truck. I'm not gonna do it. Shout out to Glorilla. I really like you, Glo. She taking y'all girl spot. And also, Monica got married. Allegedly, she hasn't officially announced it, but apparently she got married to a big-time music executive, Anthony Wilson. Apparently, he's married to Chris Brown and some other huge acts. But they're married. Shout out to Monica. You know, Monica always has given big Scorpio wifey energy anyway. And Monica, you look good. So, we grew up with her. Congrats to Monica. Okay, so while I was gone, I know y'all have seen by now the whole situation with Jackie Christie and her daughter Chantel on Basketball Wives. And when I tell you, I was floored watching the footage. And everyone else was too. I can't even really believe that they aired it. Jackie Christie literally slapped the black off her daughter Chantel. It's the first time I've ever seen that. And shockingly, and not even shockingly, because after seeing the footage, after seeing the full scene play out, everybody sided with Jackie. I mean, I don't know. I'm convinced now that Chantel was solely brought on the show to take down Jackie because of the way their interactions were the whole season, and to see how they let that play out and how that played out. Even if they aired the footage, I'm still shocked that Shawnee aired that footage. And it led me to thinking maybe they aired the footage to shine some light that Jackie isn't always the problem. because the picture's always painted when it comes to her parenting and her family is that Jackie is the huge issue. You know, there's the whole issue with her first daughter, you know, and then, you know, Chantel all of a sudden comes on the show having all these so-called issues. And then Chantel let those other girls really hype her up. They really instigated that situation. Evelyn, Jen, Brittany Renner, that other girl, the big three. They really hyped Chantel up. So I was appalled to see it. Anyway, it was a mess. It was a hot mess. I'm still shocked that they aired that footage. And Jackie slapped the out of Chantel. And she wasn't wrong. She was not wrong. All right, what else we got? BET has suspended the Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards. I mean, y'all weren't really watching that anyway, but what kills me about y'all is whenever they cancel a show or postpone something or cancel it indefinitely, y'all want to act so outraged when y'all weren't watching anyway. And what I'll say is the last couple years, the award shows on BET have definitely improved. The BET Awards, we've seen that go crazy now. It looks so good, especially this year. The Hip Hop Awards overall has improved. Last year, I didn't really like it as much, but the Soul Train Awards definitely, especially when they had Tashina and Tisha Campbell hosting it, Pam and Gina, when they had them hosting the Soul Train Awards has been pretty good, but BET's probably going to go in a different direction. I know they are needing to cut costs. I think they need to restructure their programming anyway, especially considering people aren't watching those award shows. And I don't know, maybe it'll be a streaming only thing from now on, you know, or some other way to recognize Soul Train. I feel like they could revamp. So look, I done already told y'all, if y'all want to reboot any old shows, I am available to host, especially Soul Train. I'll eat Soul Train up. I'm so serious. If you want me to host Soul Train, if y'all want to take that money and, you know, do a Soul Train reboot, I'm available to host. But anyway, Devil Wears Prada 2 has been confirmed. I'm interested to see that. The entire cast is back. They spotted Meryl Streep and the rest of the cast in New York filming. Meryl Streep looks amazing. I recently watched Death Becomes Her on my Throwback Sunday movie night. I fuck with Meryl Streep. I do. I fuck with her. So we'll see what Devil Wears Prada 2 is going to do. You know, we typically don't like to touch classics. But I don't know. I kind of feel good about this one. So we'll see. Wendy Williams was recently spotted out celebrating 61 years old. Happy belated birthday, Wendy Williams. She's still going through the guardianship battle. It was recently ruled that she had to remain under guardianship because medical tests still show signs of dementia. And Wendy did an interview on the street. I don't know who she was talking to. She was on the street. She was spotted out and about. What I'll say is Wendy still looks more coherent than she did maybe about 3 years ago. So I'm not sure how I feel about the guardianship thing. I don't know. I just want her to be protected overall because she's clearly not well. She's not fully the same Wendy. But she mentioned that those medical records should not have been released, and her attorneys are very, very upset. And they are going to continue fighting to get her out of the guardianship. So prayers up for Wendy Williams as well. You know, I just want the best for her, whether she needs to be in a guardianship or not. You know what I'm saying? So, Dr. Heavenly's supposed to be running for Georgia State Representative. I'm not mad at that, actually. Quad is her campaign manager. I'm not mad at Dr. Heavenly running for office. The way politics are these days, if Trump is president, Dr. Heavenly can definitely be a senator. Or a mayor or something. Give her something. Shout out to Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat covered Time Magazine as the biggest influencer. You know, this year, he really catapulted to the top when it comes to live streams. Also, shout out to my boy Joe Budden. He got a New York Times Spotlight article about how his podcast brings in $20 million a year. Shout out to Joe Budden. Y'all know Joe. I listen to Joe Budden religiously. Like on Wednesday and Saturday, as soon as I wake up, I hit play on the Joe Budden podcast. So And I like how the show is. I like how the show has changed even after that pickup with the change of the host and all that drama. He really coached his newer cast members and even the additional cast members to just be better podcasters. So put some respect on Joe Budden when it comes to podcasts. I know y'all like to hate on my boy. Pump It Up is still a hit. And then we do got some Real Housewives of Atlanta updates. So Real Housewives of Atlanta has wrapped. Y'all know I talked about that a lot last episode and how things were playing out. So they've already started filming the new season. Allegedly, K. Michelle and Pinky Cole are joining the cast. I don't know how I feel about K. Michelle joining the cast. I was apprehensive at first because K. Michelle is just so... She likes to hit below the belt. K. Michelle doesn't play fair. And to me, Housewives has always tried to maintain some level of decorum, some level. But after kind of seeing her and knowing her connections with the cast, like apparently she's friends with Kelly, her and Portia did a movie together. I don't know, we'll see. I love K. Michelle. I just don't really like her interacting in cast settings because I feel like she takes it too far. Pinky Cole is the owner of Slutty Vegan. I think that she would be a good addition, and she definitely needs it right now. Slutty Vegan has been going through a lot financially. You know, and hopefully she's recovering. She looks good. So I think Pinky Cole and her husband, who also owns another restaurant, I think they're a good addition to the cast. So Shamia's still there. You know, she was a big crybaby, mad because she made herself look a fool all last season. But she came back. I'm glad she came back. And hopefully we'll get to see the true Shamia. Portia still looks good. Kenya Moore's not coming back. So I'm just glad that they're already back filming. Potomac should be starting back soon. You know, Monique is back over there. Karen Huger apparently is getting released from jail early. We're going to be outside when Karen gets released, y'all. Make sure y'all meet me over there. All right, that's enough reality. We're going to get into some more music, and we'll be right back because you know we got to keep it PC.